Hello everyone, this is Brian from Slicey Dicey. This is our first proper review. I did a half-assed review of this earlier and I didn't really like it, and after getting some advice from my good friend at Love Them Knives, by the way, make sure you follow his channel, awesome knife reviewer. He gave me some advice on lighting and stuff. I'm still not super happy with it. But let's start this thing over again. Let's do a real proper review of this beast because it does deserve a proper review. This is the Real Steel H5 Gerfalcon in black stonewash, stock number 7751 if you care about that. Also in the who gives a rat's ass column, we've got this label on this side. I do want to say, this is worth talking about. I love Real Steel's logo. Looks kind of vaguely Asian, which makes sense because this is from China. So probably would look kind of Asian, and also looks a bit like a QR code or something like that. I like it. It's kind of modern and cool, kind of a faux, brushed aluminum look here on the box. I really like it, or brushed stainless steel, I guess. Really cool box. I got some expensive knives, and they didn't come in boxes this nice. And this is, spoiler alert, $45 freaking, and it comes in a really nice box like this. That means something to me. Maybe it should, maybe it shouldn't. That means something to me. Spyderco boxes are barely boxes, so this is good. Let's open this up and see what we actually came here for. Put that aside. Just normal box top. Got a little bit of foamy protective stuff. Oh, also in here, it fell out when I was putting the box back together. I've taken this out and used it, but also that should be under there. This is cool. Little info sheet, actually specific to the knife. I really like that. It's got a lot of information about the steel in case you want to replicate it in a lab or some shit. I don't know why that's on there. We got a little welcome thing. Thanks for choosing Real Steel. Do enjoy yourself and remember to use in a safe and responsible manner. What I like about this, when you buy stuff from China, a lot of times what's written on there is completely grammatically incorrect. This is grammatically correct. I'm a writer. I'm a complete grammar snob. That's usually a sign that, oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. If you buy your Chinese product and everything is just in completely broken English, like it was computer translated. This is in several languages. I can only read 3 of them. Yeah, I can read 3 languages. Deal with it. It's my own channel. I can brag if I want. I'm actually not that good at it. Lots of very good specific info about the knife, which is handy to have, and it's all accurate, which is good. Actually, I found, we'll get to that later, their weight that they claim is a bit high. Actually, mine weighs less than that. So let's put this aside. The cool thing, it comes wrapped in this really sweet, nice little cloth, nice little cleaning cloth. The only other knife I've gotten that has something like that, Benchmade, comes in that little bag that's you can clean stuff with, but this is a lot softer and more useful than that bag is. I use this quite a bit. It actually sits in the bottom of my knife drawer, and I use it to clean other knives and use it to clean, my computer screen and stuff. Got their little logo embossed on there. Nice touch. Very nice touch, Real Steel, for $45. Oh, it's cut. It's not like molded cut, but cut, to fit the knife, foam inside of it. Well done on packaging. But this is the pièce de résistance, the Real Steel H5 Gerfalcon. Just open this sucker up so we can talk about some overall stats. Let's just give you some overall general stats. It's 7 3/4 inches long. Yeah, just about. It's good EDC size. It's not a small EDC knife, but it's not a big one either. It's kind of that mid-range EDC size. Got a blade length of 3 1/4 inches. That's all you need, man. I've got a lot that are 3 1/2, but it's 3 to 3 1/2. That's all you need. It really is. We've got a weight of, like I said, it said on the paperwork, 3.99 ounces. This weighs, I weighed it on my accurate scale, 3.82. So I don't know if mine was on a diet or somebody left a couple washers out or something like that. I don't know. The blade is 14C28N steel, more commonly known as Sandvik steel. So I think it's a great steel, especially in this price range. I think it's pretty good. Hardness level of, what is it, 58 to 60 RC. So pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty hard blade. You're not going to have to sharpen it a whole lot. I mean, if you abuse it, you're going to have to. But and when you do, I have another. This one I haven't used as much, but I have another blade. Kershaw uses these a lot. I have a Kershaw that has the Sandvik on it that I've had for years, and I've beat up and had to resharpen. And when I did, it was not hard. It was, you know, super easy to sharpen. And I'm not that awesome at sharpening. I would say I'm slightly below average at it. I've done it a fair amount, but I don't have anything super fancy to do sharpening with. I've got a few sharpening things, but I've never had a problem putting the edge back on Sandvik, and it holds it for quite a long time. So it's pretty rust resistant. I like the stone washiness of it. I think that's a very good finish for it. It's a little you can get a little flash off from it, but not a ton. G10 handles on one side, stainless steel frame lock naked on the other. No internal scales on this side, just your G10. It's got the standoffs. And that's probably why they keep the weight down that low, because there's no, I think you can see pretty good in that angle, there's no internal scales on it. But it's an open frame design. I like open frame designs. You can blast them out. I know some people talk about, oh, if you have it in with your keys and stuff, it's going to cut them up. I have too many keys. I never have my knife in with my keys, so it's not a worry for me at all about getting the blade dull inside my pocket because change or keys or something. I can't stand rattle, so usually when I have a knife in my pocket, that's about all that's in there. Maybe my little e-cig thing, because I'm one of those insufferable vapor people, so I might have that in an e-cig in that pocket, and that's going to be about it. But yeah, they're nice and shiny. Everything looks great. I couldn't find anything like going through it. No sharp edges, no nothing. It is, as I said, it's a flipper tab. The flipper doesn't have, it doesn't have any jimping on it, but it really doesn't need it. It's just the right size. It's not so big that it catches you, you know, when, what is it that Nick Shabazz calls it, your pocket pecker. It doesn't catch anything when I'm reaching into my pocket. And with that very low deep carry clip, it doesn't disappear in your pocket. It's still a good sized knife, but you can get your hand in and out completely fine. I don't ever have a problem with it. Very happy with the size of it. I carry this thing quite a bit, again, because it's 45 bucks. So if I'm gonna carry something around and not know what I'm gonna be doing that day, if I'm gonna be making a box or whatever, then, or if it's just gonna sit there, if I'm gonna be, you know, if I gotta hack some wood or something like that, this is a knife. If I dinged it up, you know, it would not be the end of the world. It's $45, and it's damn good. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I wanted to get into why you'd buy this later before I got to the size comparisons, but since I started, we're gonna keep going there. So why would you buy this thing? Like I said, I have some high-end knives. I've got some nothing crazy, but you know, it's nerve-wracking when you have a $200 knife in your pocket and you have to whip it out to cut something you're unsure of. You think for a minute about it. This thing, I don't think twice to whip this thing out and cut into anything. It's just like, it's 45 bucks. I'll and if I damage the blade, I'll just fix it later. You know, it's fine. It's a steel that I know I can fix, and I don't mind it. I'm not going to sweat about it. But yet, is this as smooth as my $200 knives? No, but it's close enough. It's close enough. I think that maybe that should be their terrible slogan, real steel, close enough. But it's close enough to keep you satisfied. You're not going to be ashamed to take this out. You could take this out in any group of knife nerds, and if they know anything about real steel, they're still going to think it's relatively cool. It's a nice knife. It's just a smart choice. Also, on the other hand, if you don't have a lot of money and you just want to get something budget, man, Sandvik steel, you know, stainless steel liner lock, good G10, open frame construction, easy to service, by the way. I've tore this thing apart a couple times just to do it. It didn't need it. I just bored and took it apart and put it back together for the sake of the review. Works great and looks cool. It looks cool. One of my favorite things about this is, you know, like I said, G10 on one side. Real Steel does this with it. They also put the same color G10. So I think they come in blue and maybe another color. But they put the same color G10 on the thumb stud and on the frame lock override, which I think is awesome. I wish I'd have got the blue one. At the time I got this, I've had this for quite a while, and at the time I got it, I was completely against knives and colors. I don't know why. I was just being stupid. I don't know. Now I've got like 3 knives on order or on back order or waitlist, and they're all in colors. I've completely changed, and now I like the colors. So I wish I'd got this in blue, because with the blue thumb studs and the blue override lock, it's just, yeah, that's cool. I would have liked to have had that, but I don't. But I like this enough. I'm not gonna like sell it and go get another one. That would be kind of pointless just to get a different color. But because this is a knife that's taken a place in my pocket of where I grab it a lot, and it's usually, like I said, when I don't know what the day is gonna bring and what I'm gonna be doing. If I know I'm gonna be hacking a lot of boxes or something, and I know I'm really gonna be working hard on something and cutting through acres of cardboard, yeah, I grab, Mannix 2 lightweight. It's a better slicer. Not by a lot though. This is a full flat ground blade. It's still a pretty damn good slicer. Super sharp, as you'll see here in a moment. It's pretty sharp, but it's just Mannix 2. I just I know that's gonna hack and hack and hack all day long, and this is still pretty good. It's just when this is the knife. This is kind of my general purpose, jack of all trades. I don't have to worry about. If I don't want something that looks super fancy, but I want something to look super crazy. It does look a bit tactical. I will say that it does look a bit tactical. Like this would be not something to whip out in the lunchroom. At your Subway or wherever it is you work, but it wouldn't be cool. Subway have a lunchroom? I don't know. Why did I pick Subway? What a stupid place to say. At your Citibank, how about that? Is that better? Subway. What the? God damn it, Brian. But yeah, it does look a bit tactical. Not too crazy though. It's not too crazy. I think it looks more technical than tactical, but that'll be up to you. But pretty cool. Let's do some size comparisons while we're here, because I just grabbed one knife, so I've already shown you against the Mannix 2 there. This is Mannix 2, the lightweight version. I have 2 more Mannix 2s on the way. I've got kind of an addiction to these things, but yeah, this is the lightweight, and then let's go. What are we gonna do? Let's do something that's well, let's do one that's a little bit more. This is a little bit more. Delica 4. Sorry again, Nick Shabazz, for aping your voice, but I cannot say Delica 4 in my own human voice anymore. I can only say it in Nick Shabazz's voice. You got your Delica 4 here. I'll be reviewing soon, just because it's in a weird color that it's not supposed to be in. And you got your Kershaw Link. This is a spring assisted. It's a little heavier, but very similar in price. We're gonna compare against a few that are more similar in price. This is almost exactly the same price, right around $40. Made in the USA, so it's a little different. Same steel, I believe, but I should probably have looked that up before I brought that out for a size comparison. I believe it's the same steel. And then you've got your Spyderco Tenacious again. Almost exactly the same price. A little more blade on the Tenacious. Not as nice as steel, though. The 8CR 13 MOV can't compare to the Sandvik. The Sandvik is way nicer steel than that. But I'm not going to knock the Tenacious. It's an awesome knife, and it always will have a place in my heart. Actually, just bought my son one for Christmas. Sorry, spoiler, Parker. That's what you're getting for Christmas. I got the carbon fiber one. And then lastly, we'll do your... This is cheaper, for sure, but this is your Ontario Rat 1. I compare it to this. I bought these both at the same time. I did not know about the D2 one when I got it, so this is the OS 8 one. I wish I got the D2, but I'm kind of a fan of D2. I do really like it. But this is a bigger, heavier knife, but this is a little bit cheaper than that. And these kind of do alternate in their everyday carry duties. And when I want to carry something that's fairly inexpensive and I'm not going to worry about if I hurt it or not, it's one of these two. Let's go back to let's talk about the ergonomics on this thing. We haven't gotten to that yet. So, man, whenever I see a knife without anything on one side of it, I always think, there's gonna be hot spots. But you know what? There aren't. And I've got skinny, delicate, sensitive little hands. that have not done much manual labor in their lives. So it's not bad. I don't feel any hot spots on it at all. The G10 is just the perfect amount of grippiness for me. Again, like I said, I work on bicycles, so I mean I do a fair amount of manual labor, but not a ton. And you know, I play some sports, but I don't have the huge big calluses, you know, that somebody who works in carpentry or something does. So for me, this G10 is just right. It's just enough grippiness that I can grip on it. It doesn't feel like it's gonna tear my fingers up. It doesn't tear my jeans up getting in and out. My hands don't sweat. I think I should probably put that in the description of this channel, because I don't know if that affects my grip or not. But yeah, my hands do not sweat. I don't know what it is. I have no sweat glands in my hands. I think, I don't know. I'm a freak. Hopefully I get superpowers. But anyway, no hot spots. It does have some jimping up here. It's not great. That's my one downside to the knife, I think, or one of them, is it doesn't have much jimping. I wish I had more of the grippy, you know, Spyderco closer together style jimping. These are kind of almost decorative. It works kind of, I guess, but it's not awesome. And I think the only purpose of them, I'd rather it was just smooth at this point, because when you flip it open, all it does is just make, you know, like I just messed up there doing it. It just makes me rub my finger on it when I open it up, which is just like a slight irritation. I wish it was just smooth. It does have a nice little finger indentation up here. Like I said, the pocket clip is great. It pretty much disappears in your pocket as much as a knife this size can. Let's go on to some sharpness. Oh man, I'm not doing good with that opening today. What is going on? I'm not used to working around this tripod. So this is take 2 of this video, so I already kind of started it, so forget the man behind the thumb. But look at this. So like I said, I've used this. I've cut probably 20-30 feet of cardboard with it. I've cut open a lot of envelopes and things like that. I've used it for a little bit of food prep stuff, not a whole lot. And look, still, no, now it's not going to do very well, but look at that. I don't know what is with that spot, but look, man, still cuts right through stuff. And it has not been touched. I haven't touched this blade at all. If I spent, you know, it's still hair popping sharp, and if I spent, you know, 6 minutes on my strap block, it would be even better. But bang for the buck is what this knife is all about, I think, and I think what a lot of the Real Steels are about. I'm not sure about some. I know there are some of theirs that are getting to be pretty high priced, and I haven't tried those yet. But man, $45, you get an awesome box. You get, you know, nice. I think packaging matters to me. I'm sorry, but it does. You get very good build quality, very smooth action, good ergonomics, and most importantly, great steel. For me, my 2 main things are steel, ergonomics, action, in that order. That's what I like, and that's why I like this knife. It has all of those in spades, and it's $45. I don't see how you can go wrong with one. I don't have a top 10 list yet, because I haven't reviewed 10 knives yet, but I'm sure when I do, this will probably be on my first top 10 list, and it'll probably be in there quite a while. So thank you guys very, very much for watching. Thank you, Real Steel, for making this knife. Well done, sirs. Have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is, whatever the hell you're at. I've been Brian. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.